Part of that young Matildas squad. Was called up earlier this week as well, alongside Chloe Lincoln. As it is cleared almost by Jada Wyman, coming off her line quickly. Goes again too, and eventually Abby Lemon is able to clear the danger, but a horror clearance from Jada Wyman. And Canberra United don't take advantage on that occasion. Sydney FC will look to go the other way though. Dos Santos, such a promising young player. Inside and can't find the teammate in Maddie Caspers.
Very cagey first few minutes here between these two squads, with Heyman once again.
She's bursting away, trying to get past. Will find her teammate just almost as Sophia Christopherson. Can't manage to get to the ball, and it is cleared by Charlotte McLean.
Look, it's end to end here at the moment. Both teams quite unsettled, not necessarily being able to hit feet quite comfortably at this point in time.
Jada Wyman will be very happy that Canberra United didn't capitalise on her blunder in that moment.
I'd say it's more lucky there. She got very, very fortunate to not be down 1-0.
Bertolizio aiming to restart the attack for Canberra United. Here's Christopherson. Milivojevic started the season so strong and has continued at 9 goals, 3 assists the campaign. Does just run out of play there. Here's Caspers. The younger sister of Western Sydney Wanderers player Holly Caspers, putting together a great campaign herself. And of course, one of her teammates, Sophie Harding, earning her first Matildas call-up after Courtney Vine taking a bit of a leave of absence for personal reasons from the Matildas squad. And a big congratulations to Sophie Harding for that. One of the stars so far this year, most informed players in the league. Here's Thompson. The American defender looking to go down the line, can't find a teammate. More hopeful effort perhaps.
No, you've got Sydney FC who just don't seem to be on the same page with each other. You've got their backs putting those balls, the longer balls over the top. However, their wingers aren't in positions to receive those or even put any pressure on the Canberra United defence. They seem to be wasted when it comes to that possession.
Here's Grove, winning it back for Canberra United, driving through the midfield. It's intercepted by Tumeth, but won back by Sasha Grove, such a consistent young player for this Canberra United side over the last few years. Here's Flannery, trying to lay it off for Michelle Heyman, but Maddie Caspers able to intercept. Mary Stanich-Floody with a good ball forward prior. Now here's Vine. Marked by Ilioski towards that front post, and Sarah Clark out to intercept.
What we're seeing with these two teams at the moment is Canberra really happy to link up with short, sharp passes, particularly when going forward. However, then you've got the opposite with Sydney FC, who are happy to play that longer ball.
It's cut out by Bertolizio and goes out of play. Bertolizio stepping in for the injured Cannon Clough. There is Negos Popovic. His side, bottom of the table. Plenty of work to do towards this back end of the Liberty A-League season. Of course, the last time Canberra United hosted Sydney FC, plenty of controversy surrounding the fixture. Ellie Brush with a late winner in that game. Their first win over the Sky Blues in over 1,500 days. Was then overturned due to an ineligible substitute, and then re-overturned to give them back the win. That then pushed them up into the finals places.
Certainly was. It made that back end of the Liberty A-League season very interesting for everyone to watch. Made it highly competitive to push into those final spots. And we're seeing that yet again. The top part of this table this season is very compressed. Anyone can beat anyone right now. And that's why it's unusual to see Canberra United featuring where they are at the bottom of the table. They haven't necessarily been the worst in terms of performances this season. They just haven't been able to link up enough until finding this consistency at this time.
Been the great entertainers this season have Canberra United. 30 goals for, 33 against. The second highest scoring team in the competition, only behind Melbourne City. Equally the worst defence in the league. Here's Milivojevic. Trying to get her around Hawkesby this time. Did very well, did the Serbian international. And does manage to win her side a corner. A great result for Canberra United.
What an entertainer Milivojevic is to this game and this competition. Just the fact that she's willing to try little things like that, to win and push, and she's such a positive player. She is a delight to watch.
Putting together a fantastic campaign. 9 goals, 3 assists. The delivery now deep in the box. Headed goal bound and palmed away by Jada Wyman. Sydney FC struggling to clear their lines. But a thunderous header. Now the strike coming in from Devon Jackson. It doesn't hit the back of the net. A great reflex save from Jada Wyman that time.
Looking back here in the replay, just honestly, it's on that line. Heyman almost with another one. Jada Wyman, she's put herself in the right position, dead in centre. She's managed to tip it. But we've had 2 warning signs now from Canberra.
Player at the back post, completely unmarked and unchecked on that corner as well. Plenty of space to rise above. Did exactly that. Good connection too. Here's Abini, the captain. Lovely switch of play for Vine. If she stayed on side, did so in the end. Courtney Vine, Chloe Lincoln to the rescue. Stinging the palms. And it does go out for a corner.
And what a moment for Sydney FC with Courtney Vine essentially one-on-one with Lincoln there. But there was such a beautiful ball from Princess Abini. Look at this. She turned on the dime. She's looked for that ball on an angle over the top. Now, is there an option there to square the ball? Potentially, if she can wrap a foot around it, but with a player there, she needs to shoot back stick.
Here's Hawkesby with the delivery. Deep once more as well. Jordan Thompson takes the touch, wraps a foot around it. Abini dragged wide and a golden opportunity. Goes begging from the number 9.
That should have been a goal every day of the week. That needs to go in.
Fantastic delivery from Jordan Thompson here, though.
Beautiful little chip across. Essentially an open goal for 2/3 of that goal with Lincoln covering that front stick. That needs to be on target and it needs to be in.
A golden chance for Sydney FC too. In quick succession. And the Sky Blues not capitalising at the minute. Here's Bertolicio. Driving down the right-hand side. Plenty of space to move in. Abby Lemon stepping off. Here's Christopherson. Marked by Thompson. Fighting down that right-hand side. Assistance now from Indiana Dos Santos. It does go the way of the Sky Blues. Such a technical footballer is Dos Santos. Dispossessed this time by Milivojevic. Pulling out all the party tricks at the minute. Can't get past Abby Lemon that time, though. The sheer confidence oozing from Vesna Milivojevic at the moment. Plain and simply staggering. But boy, is it fun to watch. Incisive ball that time. Flannery. There's a lovely ball in by Ilioski. McLean sending it long for Abini. Has to get past Clark, and the American does well to hold her ground. Canberra United with most of the ball at the minute, 58%. Happy to build up patiently at the moment. The first touch of Christopherson, just letting her down on that occasion.
It's very surprising to see Ante's squad playing a very sit-off approach when it comes to Canberra United. They're happy to have Canberra let Canberra have the ball and not press, playing quite compact across 2/3 of the park. I'm not sure whether it's the most effective thing at the moment because Canberra are being quite positive going forward and making a lot of ground. This could be part of the game plan considering the heat factor down there as well.
You mentioned the heat factor. Looks as though we may have a thunderstorm break in case at the moment. Either way, both sides will take the opportunity to have a bit of a drinks break. You can see there ominous signs in the distance here at McKellar Park. We hope there won't be any delays, but a chance for both sides to reset, Riley Dobson, as they do head into the sheds for a slight delay here. If you're Negos Popovic, only 13 minutes in, what are you saying to your side here?
Look, I'd be quite happy with how Canberra are playing at the moment if I was Nagosh. I would be just saying, look, just be a little bit more clinical with that forward pass, because obviously they're trying to play forward to Heyman all the time. So linking up with your other wingers a little bit more, but I would be quietly confident with how they're playing.
And Ante Juric, a few chances for his side. What will he be saying?
Look, I think he's going to say to the girls they need to take better care with the ball. They haven't been quite clinical enough with it. So reinforce that. And if we look here, just the miscommunication there between the defensive and Yara. She's made a second great block there, but it's just a little hesitant. And then this beautiful ball over by Ibini. 1v1 Courtney Vine. That ball needs to be going to back stick. And then again, this perfect opportunity by Ibini. We could essentially right now be looking at 2-2 with the opportunities these two teams have had.
Plenty of fans taking cover as well here in Canberra as the thunder warnings just halt the game for the moment. Had a little bit of a break here at the moment. We'll join you once this game does resume. It will be a short break, but make sure you stick with us for once it comes back.
You can go to the Newcastle Jets game, which is on at the moment. They don't seem to have any issues with rain right now or thunderstorms, so please come back to us in probably the next 20 to 30 minutes while we have this break in play. In the meantime, head over to the Liberty A-League where you'll see the Newcastle Jets taking on Brisbane Roar in Maitland.
Good afternoon, everybody. As a result of the thunder and lightning in the area, they have been stopped and will resume at 5:45 p.m, assuming that there is no more thunder or lightning during that time. Dynamic matchday coverage including the latest news, video, highlights, stats, live scores, pictures, results, platters and so much more from your favourite A-League club. Once again, don't forget to get down to the merchandise stores right near the entrance. Grab a jersey, grab a flag, grab some merch while limited stock lasts.
It's fucking rain here, so I can't go on here until we leave. Mate, he's great. I am
restart time of this match. Play will be back onto the field at 5:55 with the game set to restart at 6:02. So if you are with Annabelle Santos here today, if you could please head over to the entrance where a security guard is looking after them. to help raise awareness for organ and tissue donation. We've got Scott here down on the field with us to answer a few questions about the great work that they do. Thanks for coming down here today, Scotty. How are you doing?
No worries. I'm doing great, and I'll be here anyway.
That's what we love to hear. So let's start it off. Can you briefly tell us what the Gift of Life Walk is all about?
Sure, the Gift of Life Walk has been happening for many years, I think 18 years now, around Lake Griffin. It's on Tuesday morning, and it's early morning, but you get a free breakfast. And the point of the walk is to raise awareness about organ and tissue donation. It's a community event, get together with your family, friends, a healthy walk, and talk about the subject we don't often talk about, which is organ and tissue donation.
And why is it important to keep raising awareness about organ and tissue donations?
Well, the stat that I find amazing is that most people support the idea of organ donation and organ transplant. I think it's amazing. But only 36% of people are actually registered to do organ donation. They just forget to do it, they don't know how. So we need to keep the conversation going and get people registering to do organ donation.
And for those that are not aware, just how easy is it to register?
Oh, it's super easy. If you've seen in the program, there's a QR code. We've got a QR code on our merch stand over there by the Canberra United merch stand. And also, if you've got our Medicare app, the Rental COVID days, the Medicare app, just 3 clicks on that and you'll register.
And aside from registering to be an organ donor, why is it important to involve family and friends in the discussion?
Well, it's a really tough subject for somebody to talk about the idea about family and what happens. It's so important for you to know about your wishes, know that you want to be an organ donor after you die and save people's lives, and then that means that they can honour your wishes and they have to be concerned.
And if people would like to find out more about the Gift of Life Walk or host their own event, where do they go to online?
They can go to giftoflife.asn.au, they can come and see the folks at the stores, any of us wearing the Gift of Life t-shirts, or we'll be in that space program.
Just for anybody that missed it, did you say it was this Tuesday coming up on the 20th of February?
That's right, 20th of February, 6:30 in the morning, around Lake Griffin. So get amongst it, there'll be politicians there, there'll be lots of people, and some of your favourite stars from Canberra United are going to walk as well, and we'll be standing groups.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Scotty, and for partnering with the club this season. Head to Gift of Life's website to show your support. have a little bit of time right before we kickstart or restart the match this afternoon. Head on down to our merchandise store for a lightning sale. On limited stock available on selected items, we have a lightning sale going. Head on down.
Welcome back to McKellar Park after a brief lightning delay. We are back for the moment. Players warming up, getting ready to resume at 12:54. This is what held us up for about half an hour. Some storms and lightning in the distance, and the standard half-hour delay as a result. Still 0-0 at the moment after the opening exchanges. Plenty of chances either way, though. Campbell Johnson here in commentary, joined by Riley Dobson, former Melbourne City and Newcastle Jets player. These were the key moments of that first 12 or so minutes.
Look, we look at this moment by Jada Wyndham, just misinterpreted what was happening. A great block, but another opportunity gone begging. And then this, almost pin perfect. Milivojevic at back stick. Should have really scored, but a great save by Jada. Bit of ping pong. Another opportunity for Canberra gone begging. And then we had this beautiful ball over the top of the back line by Princess Abini, and Courtney Vine showing her electric pace. Really should have put that at back stick. And then we've got Jackson here on the ball with a beautiful chip.
Princess Abini just hitting it wide of the mark after that one. Plenty of learnings from that first opening exchanges as well, Riley Dobson, for both sides.
Certainly was. You've got the likes of Sydney FC who are happy to sit off and let Canberra have the ball. And then you've got Canberra who are happy to be very aggressive in their pressing and their attacking, quite clinical with short passes, while Sydney FC are looking for that long ball over the top for the likes of Courtney Vine to be running onto. So two very different plans here, but it's giving us a good show and what could have been 2-2 so far.
How good was Vesna Milivojevic to start off that half, putting on an absolute show?
Oh, she's an entertainer. We have absolutely loved watching her. I know the fans have since last year. And look, she's been aggressive down this right-hand side, getting in and about, being a menace to the opposition. And that's what you want from players like her. Absolute perfection. All she needs is a goal, and she could have had that at that back stick when she was left unmarked. But a great performance so far, and let's see what she does from the rest from when we resume.
Of course, Courtney Vine's 100th game as well, raising the bat. Another Centurion of the Liberty A-League has had to work her way through it as well, from Brisbane Roar, Newcastle Jets, Western Sydney Wanderers, and now at her home of the Sky Blues. She's made her 100th appearance, and it will be a corner in the end. Chloe Lincoln a little bit confused as to the decision by Isabella Mawson, Campbell Johnson and Riley Dobson here in commentary. Here on 10 play. And we're hoping no more delays, as Isabella Mawson just having a conversation with Delphina Shakespeare on the far side, just as to the decision. Potential disagreement between the two as to whether it went out for a goal kick or a corner. Either way, Mackenzie Hawkesby standing over it and getting ready to take. It will be a corner. Hawkesby towards the back post, now rising above and putting it wide was Tori Tumeth. Can't force a save out of Chloe Lincoln, and a good early opportunity off the corner for Sydney FC.
It's another one of those moments in this game that we've seen. That left-hand side for Canberra United on headers is not being picked up as well as what it should. You see Tori Tumeth here rising above, but it's great to see that Canberra actually had someone on that front stick just to cover all bases in case.
Here's Ilioski. Looking to go down the line, but just blocked for the moment. One back by the Sky Blues. Here's Abini. Dos Santos striking. What a save, and the double effort. That time from Ilioski. And Canberra United's goal lives another day. Here's Dos Santos. Edge of the box. One back by Milivojevic. And does draw the foul as well. But what an opportunity for the young Indiana Dos Santos. And they can't capitalise once more
We look at this beautiful ball. Princess Abini showing composure. Dos Santos just had the entire right-hand side of the keeper to shoot. And same for Abini. Those balls need to be on the ground, not within that one arm length span. But what an opportunity again for Sydney FC and a warning sign for Canberra.
Here's Lincoln. Abini putting her under pressure. Does very well to clear the danger. Almost finding Bertolicio as well. Just hard to keep it under wraps. And now Sydney FC starting to press this Canberra United backline now. Not something we saw in the opening few minutes before the rain delay, or the lightning delay, should say.
It was certainly well-timed, that lightning break, I believe, for Ante Juric to get his team together, have that conversation around, this is what we need to be doing to press this Canberra defence. We don't want to be sitting off as much. Let's put them under that pressure, and that's what we've seen when they've come out. You've seen Princess Abini putting pressure on, Courtney Vine, Dos Santos coming across from over in the wing and sitting herself in front of goal, and we've almost had an opportunity again.
That's one back by Lemon. Hawkesby does well just to keep it under her control. McLean looking for the ball over the top. He can't find Courtney Vine. Abby Lemon, just the one change for Sydney FC. Coming into that back line in that left back spot for Kirsty Fenton, who's racked up a few yellow cards so far this season.
So it was an unusual situation to see Fenton, who has been exceptional for Sydney FC and in the competition this season, to be sitting on the bench today. She has, as you said, Campbell, accumulated a number of yellow cards. Whether they're just being cautious of that, whether she's picked up a niggle, or whether it's a game plan here, we're not sure. But I am very surprised by this call by Ante.
She's trying to get forward now, Abby Lemon. Here's Caspers. Will face off against her sister next week in the Sydney Derby as they take on the Western Sydney Wanderers. Set to be an absolute cracker. Probably one of the closer Sydney derbies we've seen in a long time.
Certainly will be, and this is a beautiful ball over, but once again, Courtney Vine is being called offside. These are these times now when it's happening repetitively. She needs to be checking across her line. She needs to be checking off the defender, she's got that speed. She has the ability to check off and burst forward. She should not be going offside as much as what she is.
Ante Juric, Sydney FC coach, has had plenty of success at the helm. Plenty of time in Canberra as well across his career. Plenty of speculation going around as to whether he might even coach the men's side in Canberra. That is, or has been announced. No owner as of yet, no further details, just that the APL, the governing body of the A-Leagues, want to put a team in Canberra. As a handball not given, Christopherson bearing down, and it is cleared eventually by Sydney FC. The Sky Blues under the cosh in that moment.
There's been so much chaos at either end with potential opportunities. It's great. We look at this ball across, absolutely beautiful. A little bit of Christopherson getting in there and just could not finish that off.
Here's Holman. Can't clear her lines. Bertolicio. Here's Abini dropping deep and out wide to assist the play. Can't find a teammate out wide. Was getting plenty of attention from Christopherson. Here's Grove. Such a tidy player. Now having to fill in on the left-hand side. Has played on both defensive flanks for Canberra United. Physical challenge from Abini. No foul given on Tegan Bertolicio. And Abini now drawing the foul. Showing every bit of her over 100 games worth of experience.
Look, it's a bit of a questionable moment there, whether that was a foul or not. And then you just see Canberra getting frustrated, so they even that up themselves. It's not a surprise with players. We've all done it at certain points in time. But ultimately, the referee and the linesman have seen something that we have not.
That doesn't sound like the Riley Dobson I know.
I've got to be on my best behaviour sometimes.
Back underway. Here's Thompson. Lemon cutting inside, does very well. Looking for that switch for Vine this time. Falls for Mackenzie Hawkesby this time. Unbelievable from Chloe Lincoln. Outstretched and saves her side once more.
What a save by Chloe Lincoln. She has pulled off 3 in the space of about 9 minutes. But this ball by Lemon, absolutely almost pin perfect. Hawkesby with this great driving ball and Lincoln with a top hand save. This is what you want from your goalkeepers. They can save you points.
She's one of the best in the competition, Chloe Lincoln, as it almost creeps in from the corner. Doesn't manage to do so. A young Matilda is Chloe Lincoln. Still a teenager. And already one of the best shot stoppers in the competition.
She's certainly showing that today. She's making sure that Canberra is staying in the game. She's putting Sydney under that pressure and that frustration that nothing can get past her at this point in time.
Here's Stanage Floody. Flannery in a more central role than the speedsters used to. Lemon. Jordan Thompson in that centre-back role. Obviously, Nat Tobin still injured after doing an ACL at the start of the season. Here's Christopherson. Dos Santos doing well. Can't get past the Canberra United defenders that time. Ilioski active out of the back line. Alert to the danger. And Jordan Thompson taking no risks with an informed Michelle Heyman bearing down. Could hear the footsteps that time.
Now you're seeing the likes of Thompson and McLean are very much starving Michelle Heyman of being able to get the ball. Quite often both of them are marking up on Heyman, making sure the space around her is covered so she's not given that opportunity to turn or play other players in. She is such a threat in this competition.
There's Bertolicio putting the ball in the middle. Flannery brought down, no foul given. Isabella Mossin allowing play to continue. And Milivojevic as well, just to shut down the play.
An interesting moment there. Could have potentially gone in Canberra's favourite.
There will be a drinks break at the moment. We'll take a look back at this penalty shout there. Perhaps a little bit soft.
A little bit soft. Yes, there's contact, but the arms aren't outstretched in the back. Happy to see this play on.
Good decision by Isabella Mossin. And you'd think, despite not scoring in that moment earlier, Ante Juric will be relatively happy with how his side have come out of that lightning delay.
He's definitely changed his game plan, or whether it was just the girls weren't following what he'd requested, but they've changed the way they've played. It's putting Canberra under that pressure. We're seeing a different Sydney team to what we've seen start the game, and that's playing in their favour. They're being high-pressed. We look at this again. Abini playing across to Dos Santos. Just needs to play. She's got the entire right-hand side of the keeper. And then this almost pin-perfect ball by Abby Lemon. Beautiful top-hand save by Lincoln. Absolutely stellar. Doing what you want your goalkeeper to do, saving you points and keeping you in the game.
Still so young, Indiana Dos Santos. Plenty to learn in those moments. 16 years of age. Such a promising young player is the young Matilda. She's on the ball now. Here's Caspers.
Definitely great to see the number of youth that are in this competition. It's on the focus of we're a development league at this point in time, but seeing these players coming forward, being able to get consistent game time is only going to help us moving forward as an international team.
Here's Grove. One back by Sydney FC. Ball out wide, looking for Abini. Couldn't find her that time. Physical from Caspers. And it's sent down the line for Heyman. Tugged on by Jordan Thompson. Cynical from the American, and she will see a yellow card for it. There was no hiding that time.
Look, a smart professional foul. Heyman's got her there. She was going to drive across and in front of her. So she's done what any defender is expected to do at that point in time. And that's just to shut down the opportunity. So there's no option for Heyman to be the threat that we know that she is at this point in time. But this great ball down the line. Absolutely beautiful. Heyman's she's got that physical ability. But just Thompson's done her job as a defender there. Made sure any forward movement was stopped straight away.
Now Milivojevic standing over it. Plenty of options in the middle. We've seen the Canberra United players rise above the pack in this game alone. Here's Milivojevic, not the delivery she was after or what her side needed. And Sydney FC look to go the other way. Dos Santos not able to link up with Hawkesby. Here's Flannery. Milivojevic. One back momentarily by Hawkesby. And Devon Jackson just able to settle things down for Canberra United.
Opportunity gone begging there by Milivojevic. Didn't get under the ball, didn't get it across to where she really needed it to, and it could have almost been an opportunity for Sydney FC to really counter there when you look at the numbers that were back.
Is Ilioski. Driving forward now is the defender. Trying to wrap her foot around it. Not enough loft though. And it'll fall for Stanic Floody, but a rough touch allows Abini just to switch it for Vine now. Driving into the box, Courtney Vine. Waiting for the assistant, Sasha Grove goes down. And perhaps a stray hand. Finding the face of Courtney Vine. Sydney FC still. Tumeth headed away. That time by Sarah Clark. Vine still down in the box. Milivojevic. Numbers forward for Canberra United this time. Flannery cut out really well by McLean, but it's one back. Confusion for the Sky Blues. Milivojevic and Hawkesby able to return, and Tumeth just happy to see it away.
We look at this, another beautiful ball by Princess Abini. They are aiming for this ball over to Courtney Vine. She's driven forward, and it was actually great to see her actually stop and prop here. Not much is going on there, not quite sure what's happened. But then you've got Canberra United who have countered.
Courtney Vine still holding on to the nose. Didn't look to be too much contact that time. She is able to continue, nothing serious in game 100.
Unfortunately, sometimes you just cop wayward hands, elbows. It doesn't necessarily mean there is a foul or that there should be one given. It's just one of those opportunities as players, you just have to deal with it and play.
Christopherson just trying to head it back inside. Shut down well by Bertolicio. Here's Thompson giving away possession to Milivojevic, having a strike herself. And Jana Wyman not troubled by it.
Tad ambitious there, taking a shot. Not the best position either. You can see the frustration coming out of Canberra now.
Here's Lemon. Looking for that ball forward for Hawkesby. Marked that time by Clark. Abini. Dos Santos touch just lets her down in that moment. Just about half an hour gone here at McKellar Park. Canberra United with most of the ball at the minute, as has been the case all game long.
You can see Milivojevic just very frustrated, seeing a bit of a gap and going, may as well have an attempt here. We need these Canberra girls to settle down if they want to be able to be playing positively forward, providing opportunities to each other. Because right now, they're putting themselves under pressure by letting the ball loose, not maintaining that possession, and doing what they did really well in that first 13 minutes.
Still getting the ball in good areas. Canberra United, as a little bit of rain starts to come down at McKellar Park. We've seen lightning delays in this game already. We hope it's just a drizzle. Here's Jackson. Stanic Floody up against her former side. And a side that her family has a lot of connection to as well. Her father, Antonio's engineering firm, actually built Allianz, the new development, the redevelopment of Allianz Stadium. Her father, who was also a four-time Irish national boxing champion as well. So don't get into a fight with Mary Stanic Floody. That's all I'm going to say.
Look, you can see that high performance runs in the family. And look, she's certainly putting that on show this season. She's demonstrated a lot, coming across to Canberra, making it her own. And that's why I'd say it's questionable not to see her that she was called up in the Young Matildas, given the quality that she's presented this season and the game time.
Ball's lifted in behind this time. Caspers can't get a clean shot away. And the offside flag did go up regardless. Plenty of fans taking cover here at McKellar Park. A good showing as well, must be said. Canberra United always with good attendances. Here's Holman. Looking for the switch and a bursting run that time from Courtney Vine, just trying to keep it in play. Couldn't manage to do so.
Certainly is a bit of lull between the two teams at the moment. It's not unusual to see that around that 30 mark. Both teams are settled in. They've found how they're wanting to play, or one team is frustrated, which we are seeing with Canberra. They've started just pumping the ball long, not necessarily looking for a target, just wanting that panic moment of, I just need to not be under pressure. Canberra's defence need to start settling down, start playing the ball around and playing through their midfield. You had the likes of Sasha Grove, you've got Stanic Floody. All those girls who have been really good at maintaining possession in that midfield and playing the ball through. That's what they need to see and start switching the ball quicker.
Canberra United just trying to settle the ship at the moment. The rain really starting to come down at McKellar Park. Casper's bursting forward, almost tripped up by Bertolicio, her young Matilda's teammate. Here's Dos Santos. Lemon finding the feed of Urbini, just can't quite turn Sarah Clark though. The American defender. Here's Milivojevic. Canberra do well to play out of the press. Here's Lemon. Cutting inside, but not much doing.
You can see Canberra now sitting off, almost like they're waiting just to get through to half-time, figure out what's not working for them, some instruction from Nagosh.
Here's Urbini. Can't find Indiana Dos Santos that time. Here's Thompson. Dos Santos receiving. Can't turn though. Hawkesby. Lovely incisive ball for Caspers. Has assistance arriving in Abby Lemon. It's cut out very well by Sarah Clark that time, and just happy to see the sideline.
Excellent passage of play. Really clinical, 1-2 touches, playing in between the lines, between defenders. That's how you provide opportunities. And with the amount of rain that's starting to fall here at McKellar Park, we're going to see the ball move around a lot more. Players are going to slip, so there's potential for penalties as well.
Wet weather football here in Canberra. Always a fun affair as well, playing in the rain.
Certainly is. It's quite the opposite of what you see in Canberra. It's normally 40 degrees.
Here's Vine trying to deliver to that front post. And he's cleared by Sasha Grove. Canberra United as well. Out of possession. Getting plenty of players behind the ball, but once in possession. At the moment, playing with a little bit of a three at the back, as it seems. Allowing the likes of Sasha Grove to get a little bit more further forward.
They do. They seem to play this three at the back with either the left back or the right back pushing up slightly, rotating up one side. Once it's switched to the other side or pressure's applied on the other side, they then rotate again. It allows an additional attacker to go forward as well.
Well, they're going forward themselves now, Canberra United. It's cut out by Charlotte McLean, so consistent at the back for Sydney FC over the last few years. It's been a mainstay of this defence. Here's Hawkesby. Shea Holman sending it forward. Caspers, such a live wire in this opening half. And he's cut out that time by Canberra United. A scrappy end to this first half. Dos Santos cuts inside. Can't get past Milivojevic and loses possession. Somehow finds its way for Caspers. Made its way through a few bodies to get there. And Sophia Christofferson sweeping up at the back.
A lot of wayward passing here by Canberra. And what they haven't seemed to have picked up on is that Princess Abini does drop in the 9. But look at this. We have
another delay slightly just before halftime. A possible another lightning delay just about 10 minutes before the halftime break. You can see the frustration from the players. Confusion amongst both the Sydney FC and Canberra United players right before the break. But we will have a slight delay here at McKellar Park. We'll keep you updated as we know what's going on. But a bit more to see this time, Riley, from both sides. How are they both faring?
Look, you've seen Sydney really step it up. They've been more aggressive in their attack, which we've mentioned a number of times. We've seen Canberra actually do the opposite. They've dropped off, they've become less clinical, and you've got Chloe Lincoln, who have really kept them up in the game. She's saving them at this point in time. It's exceptional to see, particularly with her call-up with the young Matildas. It's going to be interesting to see how we go from here, normally with a second lightning strike.
Well, we'll definitely be delayed by another half hour, and of course, this game will have to be replayed if it's unable to continue, because we haven't got to the halftime whistle yet. So the result will not stand. We'll get a replay of this game. And as well, another thing to note with McKellar Park, especially due to the lack of light at the moment, night games can't be played at McKellar Park. So if it's getting too late, we won't be able to continue play at McKellar Park. And of course, if we're not able to restart and it doesn't get to half time, we will have a replay of this game and it will be postponed to a later date.
Look, it's just unfortunate. It's part of sport, but I love the commitment from all the fans here at McKellar Park. They've got picnic blankets up, umbrellas, you name it, and they're still hanging around. No one wants to go home. They want to see these two teams play, and McKellar Park and Canberra United are well known for the support crew and the crowds they bring to the Liberty A-League. This is why we love Canberra and them being a stalwart of this competition.
Well, let's have a look at the action from that first 36 minutes. Not the full first half, but this is how the game played out so far.
Oh, look, we had this moment where Jada Wynham, she's had a horror with clearing the ball, but then a miraculous save there. We've got Milivojevic, who has left all to her own devices. Jada Wynham's cleared off the ball off the line. And then we've had a little bit of ping-pong, which ended in very little fruition here. Nice and easy. We will go down the other end of the pitch. Princess Abini, who's playing that false 9. Beautiful ball over for Courtney Vine, who showed her attacking ability, but lacked the finish at back stick. And then we had, once again, this beautiful chip over for Princess Abini. An opportunity gone begging where she's had 2/3 of the goal that she should have scored. Once again, she's in and amongst it at all, Abini. Dos Santos, great save by Lincoln, a double save. Just couldn't get it back in the net. And then this little moment here by Christofferson. Jada making herself big, covering as much ground as possible. And once again, beautiful ball by Lemon, who's come in for Fenton, the only change for Sydney FC. And that top-hand save by Chloe Lincoln, showing why she's in the young Matildas.
One of the best moments of the game from Chloe Lincoln there. Reminder, it is pouring. It is raining cats and dogs. Those fans right there might need a snorkel and some flippers if they want to stay at McKellar Park. Reminder, Newcastle Jets are playing Brisbane Roar, so make sure you head over and watch that one. I tell you what, it is absolutely coming down here at McKellar Park. Make sure you head over to that Newcastle Jets versus Brisbane Roar game. There will be at least a half-hour delay here if we are unable to continue. So make sure you stick around and stay posted.
players won't return to the field until 7:30 p.m. We apologise for the inconvenience, but hope you understand that the health and safety of all players and officials is paramount.
Welcome back to McKellar Park after another rain delay, lightning delay here in the capital. Unfortunately, the match between Canberra United and Sydney FC has been abandoned due to the continued lightning strikes, the condition of the pitch following the rain, and also for the player and officials' welfare. It will be replayed at a later date due to the game not reaching half-time, so Sydney FC will have to make the trek back to Canberra to replay the game at a later date. Make sure you stay tuned to the A-League social and website. Well, that's exactly why we've called it off today. Make sure you stay tuned to the A-League socials and website just to be updated with any future dates. There's plenty more football to be played this weekend in the Liberty A-League. We do hope, of course, obviously, Ante Juric and Njegos Popovic just with the conversations prior to now. So the game has been abandoned, will be played at a later date. Thank you very much for joining us here on 10 Play. And we will have a rematch of this game at a later date. Christopherson sweeping up at the back.
A lot of wayward passing here by Canberra. And what they haven't seemed to have picked up on is that Princess Abini does drop in the 9. But look at